Hi, welcome to Jigsaw Geek. Today I have two puzzles to go over with you. First is this, and then the second one, this is a little awkward, is this. So the first puzzle we're going to talk about is this puzzle called, it's just called Comic Puzzle, I think. And it's by Jan van Heesteren. And as you can see, this is all about details. Now, I didn't film a lot. For some reason, I just didn't feel like setting up everything. So these puzzles, I only have a little bit of footage of them putting together, but this puzzle was a beast. But this is probably the best designed puzzle that I've ever done. Putting the pieces together every single time was a joy. They just snapped together. The pieces could easily be falsely fit, but because of the design on it, you knew immediately and you could take it away. So this box is really cool. So this is a 1,000-piece puzzle. And on the back, they talk about the artists. And then they show some of the items that you're gonna see in the puzzle, the different people, maybe, and characters, which I think go across their brand, possibly. And then here's the side of the box. So it is a really nice box. It's just overly large. There is the original artist, and I guess he has a team of artists who try to mimic his style. Besides the beauty of putting this puzzle together, it was really difficult. In a sense, after I did the border, I kind of had to work from each corner and the edges just because you already had some design. And with each piece, there would be 3 or 4 different characters. And when you were searching for one, you could find it. For example, when I was doing the octopus, right here, you see how his tentacles come out? The tentacles were really easy to spot. And so every time I would see a piece with that tentacle on it, I knew exactly where to go. And sometimes when I had a piece and I thought it was that it went with a certain character, there might be another character on it and I could latch onto that and put it in. There were times when I was cheating like crazy. I would look at a piece and I would scan the box. It was just unavoidable because there's so much going on in this puzzle. But other times I would just have all the pieces in front of me, and this was the most satisfying time. I'd pick up a piece, I'd scan, I'd see something I recognize, I'd look for it in the puzzle, and I swear I would just put it right in place because it was so easy to do that with this puzzle because of so much going on. Sometimes I would get like 10 or 15 pieces in a row just doing that. And then I would have to start going through all my pieces. I didn't see anything. And then I would go back to the box and kind of look again. This is definitely a puzzle where you're gonna cheat because look at all this insanity. So much fun in this puzzle because you're gonna see things. For example, there are small details. For example, right here, this woman is stealing something from this woman's cart. There's somebody being attacked by bees. You have a turtle chasing a snail. This person accidentally gets the wig removed. Here's a pickpocket throwing away all his ill-gotten gains. And here's a straight-up thief. Laurel and Hardy make an appearance. So as you're putting this puzzle together, there's so much fun, cartoony fun to look for. This is a really, really fun, beautiful puzzle. If you ever see a puzzle from this brand, which is Jumbo, wow, pick it up because, like I said, the way these pieces fit together was just so satisfying. The best puzzle quality that I've ever come across in that regard. So the next puzzle I did, I got in a lot of puzzles, and it was a 500 piece. And normally I don't buy 500 piece puzzles, but it was in this lot, and I really do like that image. This puzzle is beautiful. Now this is it's called Lone Cypress, and the artist is Walker Noble. And I actually have another puzzle by the same artist, which I will be doing soon. Even though this is a beautiful image, the pieces, they were kind of cheap in a sense that they didn't really fit together all that well. Not horrible, but I could tell that it just isn't a really high quality brand of puzzle, but the image is gorgeous. I loved putting this together. I started with the border, and then after that, why don't I just hold up the puzzle? I kind of went top down. This was the easiest, and so I did all of this. First, I put this line in across, and then I filled all this in. And then I started filling in all of this. I was working on this border here, and I started filling in these. But then I went down here and did all of the green and the blue. And then finally, this was the majority of the puzzle. This, believe it or not, this is about half the puzzle. And so that was the end, the majority of it. You know, being a 500-piece puzzle, it didn't take that long. And it was a lot of fun to do this puzzle. So I do recommend it, even though the pieces, you know, they're really thin versus the other puzzle. I don't know if you could tell, but these pieces are much thicker. It was just such a cool, this one, like I said, so satisfying to put that one together. But for the price I paid for this puzzle, I'm not complaining. And I'm certainly looking forward to doing the next one from this artist. What do you think? Isn't that a gorgeous puzzle? Now, I don't often take the time to ask people to click the like button in my videos, but I think I'm going to start doing that because I notice I get a lot of views. Well, I shouldn't say a lot for me, but then I get very few likes. And so I'm going to consciously start trying to do that so that people might be more likely to remember to click the like button. But what did you think about this comic puzzle and this puzzle, Lone Cypress? As always, I want to thank you for any comments that you make, and I want to thank you for the support.